So you non-Wisconsin residents may not know this, but Wisconsin's actually pretty pro-gun. Yeah, we're stuck under the 7th Circuit, which isn't traditionally pro-gun at all, but the state itself is. And that's what we're going to kind of be going over in this video. And you need to remember, if you'd like to help support this channel, a great way to do that is support the sponsor of this channel, and that is Gotcha6 app. This is an app, it's basically an alternative to Life 360, an alternative that doesn't send your money to California and support liberal and communist agendas, and it doesn't track you 24/7. It only tracks you when you need it. You can set up a rally point, so in case of emergency, like, I don't know, Hurricane Katrina, you can hit the little rally point and be like, hey, I'm stuck in my attic, please come save me, and everybody in your little group will get that notification and be like, all right, so Matt's stuck in his attic and we need to come save him. Very useful, very great. It's even great for your kids. Say things get a little sketchy at night, Dad, come pick me up. Here's my location. Boom. Hammered drunk, I can't work my phone, set a rally point. That's it. Come pick me up, Dad. It's a great way to support the channel because you show him love, he'll know that showing me love gets him love. One hand washes the other. Anyway, into the video. So we are looking at Bill 609. This is basically a constitutional carry bill. The problem with this bill is it doesn't have a high likelihood of passing. We have a governor that is very firm on, hey, I don't believe there should be less gun laws, I believe there should be more. So he vetoes every pro-gun law that basically goes in front of him. Yeah, it will get up to him, that'll be fine, but once it gets to his desk, he's just going to veto it. However, we already know this, so we have a backup plan. That is Joint Resolution 112, and that's a constitutional amendment. Basically amending the Wisconsin Constitution that, hey, constitutional carry is okay. It's protected by the Second Amendment. Therefore, you guys can carry your firearms. This avoids him. It totally bypasses the governor. So both of these are going. Obviously, if the first one passes, we don't need to worry about the second one. The second one has a very high likelihood of passing because it's what the people want. And again, it bypasses Ebert. We've been seeing a more pro-gun shift the longer Wisconsin has been played out. Like, so, for example, from 1872 to 2011, your guns had to be unloaded and encased to have them in your vehicle. That was gone in 2011, which was amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, I lived in an apartment at that time, so I didn't bring the guns into the apartment out of the case. I'd wrap them in a blanket or something like that. Just because I didn't want to freak people out. But I could have. But generally speaking, I didn't do that one. Now, when I was hunting and stuff like that, yeah, just take the magazine out of it, throw it in the back seat, good to go. When the ATF came and got me, I had an AR right there in the passenger seat, guns all over the car, totally 100% legal. And that's what's awesome about that because, yeah, if my gun's got a scope, like, say, the Prophet or the Shredder, well, actually, I don't even put the Shredder in the case because I don't have a case for it, but a scope gun, yes, without a doubt, it goes in the case. But like an AR-15 or something like that, no. Just throw that right in the back of the trunk. It doesn't matter if it's doing cartwheels or whatever. Those guns are made to survive that type of abuse. So I don't case them. It's just an annoyance to me. Plus, cases are really big, so if I'm going to the gun range to shoot a video, I can only fit so many cases. Yeah, I could stack them up in the back seat or whatever, but it's just so much more convenient just to be able to put the firearm itself in there. They take up less space. It's easier to take multiple firearms to the range. Then you go to the range, you don't have to lug the cases over there. You just grab this rifle, throw your backpack on you, and you go to your little shooting position, right? Very convenient. I think it was a great move to take away the on-case thing. Now, this basically happened because of the concealed carry. It's a little bit hard to have concealed carry because Wisconsin was very last on that. I think we were like the 49th state to finally recognize that, hey, concealed carry is legal. So it's a little bit hard to have a concealed carry like concealed carry is legal if your firearms have to be unloaded and in a case. So they basically made it so your firearm had to be plainly visible, which is direct contrary to, Virginia's new bill, that it has to be locked in the metal case and it can't be visible from the outside. Wisconsin was like, no, we want, for police protection, if you're going to have a loaded handgun, it needs to be on the dashboard or on the seat, somewhere visible where they're able to see it right away so they understand that it's not a threat. It's right there. So if I ask him, do you have any firearms in the car? And he says, yes, You're looking at it right there. I automatically know, hey, that's not a threat. It's right there. I can see it. He's not touching it. Then the officer usually instructs you like, hey, don't reach for that gun. As long as you don't reach for that gun, we're cool. And that's typically where it goes. Wow, did I take a ADHD side tour on a side quest. Anyway, so let's get back into it. How did Tony Eberts win? He won in 2018. How does an anti-gun governor win in a state that's trying to go more and more pro-gun? Well, the answer is simple. He ran on the campaign promise, I'm going to legalize marijuana. And everybody was talking about it. I'd be at like Walmart or something like buying that and they'd be like, hey buddy, guess what? Marijuana is going to be legal in Wisconsin. I'm like, really? That's pretty awesome. He's like, I already bought myself a brand new bong. Can't wait to test this bad boy out. Like, that's great. And wherever you would go, you'd be at the post office dropping a letter and then it'd be like, marijuana legal 2019. There'd be a little sticker right above the envelope thing. Everybody pushed for it hard because marijuana being legal is a very, very popular issue. And for whatever reason, I have no idea why, the Republican governments, the pro-gun ones, I shouldn't say governments, Republican candidates, they were like, no, we're going to take a hard stance on weed. I'm like, oh, come on, guys. You're literally going to forfeit the election to him. And then he comes up for re-election again. He's like, oh, I couldn't get it in 2018. Vote for me this time, and I'll for sure bring you legal marijuana. Do we have legal marijuana? Absolutely not. But that's how I won. And the problem is, the next candidate that's going to run, that's going to be on the left, all he's got to do is hit the pro-marijuana lever, and he basically gets an automatic win. I'm hoping over the last 2 years, whatever Republican candidate or pro-gun candidate comes up to run against the leftists is like, hey, you know, it's not working out so good talking about, you know, stricter marijuana laws and being harder on drugs. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I think it'd be a good idea to take a pro-marijuana stance. And if that happens, yeah, they're going to get voted in. Now, Wisconsin as a whole, overwhelmingly pro-gun. We do have a boil on Wisconsin, and that's Madison. The colleges are there, so obviously Madison is way anti-gun. But other than Madison, which is just a little tiny carve-out, it is the state capital, but it's a little tiny carve-out, overwhelmingly Wisconsin's pro-gun. And that's why we keep moving in a pro-gun direction. I mean, even look at my case. I went in front of the judge, and the judge was like, yeah, I went and looked at this auto key card thing, and I deal with real criminals. He's free to go. Go in Florida, and they're like, there's no combination of circumstances with him safe on the street. Night and day difference. Now, again, Wisconsin doesn't have the name of being pro-gun because we have a leftist governor in charge right now, and there's just nothing that really stands out. I'd like it more if we were more like Texas, where even our court system in Wisconsin, it's the 7th, which that isn't going to change, but like on a state level and stuff, it was just more and more pro-gun. But generally speaking, Wisconsin is pro-gun, which is pretty cool. So if you're thinking about moving to a state, I don't know, trying to get out of Virginia or something like that, Wisconsin's a great candidate. I'll admit, Texas is better because they have the 5th Circuit, we have the 7th, but Wisconsin as a whole, we have trees, we have multiple seasons, it's not just hot and hotter, so that's pretty cool. We got cheese, everyone likes cheese, like, duh. Like, that in itself is a great reason to move to Wisconsin. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching the video. If you'd like to help support the channel directly and you don't like the sponsor, you can also shop at OnlyTacticalFans@Shopify.com where you can purchase cool merchandise. Obviously, this shirt isn't up there anymore because we're past 2024. But I do have some badass Only Tactical Fans beanies. We got MREs. I'm getting other survival gear in there by the day. There's probably something there you need and you didn't even know you need. Definitely go check out the store. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.